walls throughout halls of a Four Seasons loft. In Austin, I saw, pause. My eyes crawled to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Throw dice and woes of life. Love deprived, look at her vibe. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, motives reflected. Often mirrors appear clear, grinning from ear to ear. Craving and raving and grain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our worth is. In paradise, we manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you conceive.
Boom. Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark, and today it is Monday the 10th, and congratulations to the Oklahoma City Thunder taking care of business yesterday against the Nuggets in the first of two back-to-back home games, our last two games. Right now, we're 2-1 against them. Remember, they beat us here earlier in the year. Then we beat them in Denver. Now we beat them, so we beat them 2 in a row, and we're going for 3 in a row to get advantage of them. Thunder yesterday, I got a chance to watch the game. I did not get to go to the game because I had to work. And then my friend at my Thunder date is what I call her. She had to do something with her family, so we ended up missing yesterday. Going to miss tonight, unfortunately, but that's the breaks, and so unfortunately I'll have to watch it on FanDuel, which sucks because yesterday was kind of good watching it on ABC, and we got to hear Tim Legler actually explain stuff, lay stuff out. It's so nice when you can listen to somebody who actually understands the game. It can give you insights instead of trying to come up with all kinds of stupid stuff that you don't really care anything about. So tonight I'll be watching the game on air, but I'll be listening, but I'll be doing just like the last game, I think, what was it? I forget who it was. Maybe Grizzlies. I don't even think I listened to the radio. I didn't listen to anything. I just watched the game and just did it for myself. Wasn't paying attention to what they were saying because it wears me out when they say stupid stuff. Like last night, the guy on ABC called it a push shot for the first time I've ever heard him say that. Why? Because that's what the Thunder announcers calls it. And it's just pathetic, dude. You are paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Screw what the Thunder people are talking about. They're idiots. You call the game the way it's supposed to be called on a national basis. There's no such shot as a push shot. It's a floater. Call it what it is. I never heard you call it that one time. Not once ever. Now all of a sudden, because the Thunder announcers call it, you're going to start calling it? That's not what it's called. Now, I do like the fact that Shea's nickname that by Malika Andrews is called Shea Butter. And I do like that because he is smooth as a mother. And part of the issues we're talking about, he and Jokic, and I knew it was going to be that's why I was mad I didn't get a chance to go to the game because I knew it was going to be just an insane game between those two. And it started out that way until Jokic got hurt. But he and SGA were just going at it. Of course, they should. They're the two leading MVP candidates. And I agree with Stephen A. Smith. Like last year, SGA should have won the MVP. And I get tired of these idiots that I hear, like this one guy. I don't even really say his name. And he's talking about, this narrative, Jokic. I said, bro, the first time Jokic won the MVP, that should have been Giannis' first third time in a row. The second time Jokic won the MVP, that should have went to Embiid. The one time that he did win it, that should have went to him. Now, last year, I believe, and no matter what anybody says, I mean, granted, I'm prejudiced. I admit I'm biased, however you want to look at it. SGA should have won it, not because of color. But I believe if SGA had played against Boston, played against Philly, and played against Indiana on those 4 games that we had that road trip that he missed. Remember, he only played against the Knicks, and he hit that last-second shot to win. Had he played against those 3 other teams, I believe he'd have won the MVP because we were never on TV. Nobody watched us play. So people only could see his stats and see what he was doing, which was incredible last year. So everybody was watching that. So that's part of what I was saying is that, he should have won last year. Stephen A. Smith says the same thing. But once again, it is a national vote for writers, and nobody saw Oklahoma City play last year except us. And I think that's why SGA lost the MVP. This year, what Jokic is doing is insane. But they're 12 games back. I don't care who you are, just like that first year he won it. How the hell are you going to win MVP and your team finished fifth? You are not the most valuable player if your team is fifth in the league. Sorry. That's why I say that second MVP that he won, that should have went to Embiid. The year that Embiid won 2 years ago, that one should have went to Jokic. So all this narrative, all this nonsense, dude. If you're going to speak on the game, then speak knowledgeably. Go back and look at stuff. Just don't throw a narrative out there so you can get clicks, so you can get all this nonsense. Talk about the facts of what's happening. Now, part of our issue is on what we do. We don't say enough stupid stuff out there to get clicks. I'm not trying to get clicks. I'm trying to talk about the game and how it works and the insides and outs. That's what I'm about. And when you look at SGA, the most 20-point games, the most 30-point games, the most 40-point games, the most 50-point games. Let me throw that up there so you guys can see what I'm talking about, instead of me just saying it. He's got 61 20-point games, 40 30-point games, 11 40-plus games, 4 50-plus games. Now, his record of 61 is only behind Harden and KD. And I don't know if he's going to catch KD. Remember, KD had 75 20-plus games in a row. And he has a chance to break that. I don't see anything that is going to stop that. Tonight, he'll get 20 against the Nuggets. And when you look at our schedule, and I'm like, who is he not going to get 20 against, okay? When you look at our schedule, he has the Nuggets. Then he has the Celtics on Wednesday. He's going to get 20. We have the the Detroit Pistons on Saturday. He going to get 20. So that's, 62, 63. The Milwaukee Bucks, 64. 76ers, 65. If he plays against the Hornets, I don't know if he will, but if he does, 66. We play the Clippers for show. Okay, for show. So what is that? 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. 69 is against the Kings, so he'll get that. 70 is against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Memphis Grizzlies. So he'll get that. So what's that? 62, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. 71 against the Pacers. 72 against the Bulls if he plays. That'll be at home. 73 against, against the Pistons at home on a Wednesday. 75 to tie KD in the Rockets on the 4th. And then the 75th game will be Sunday, or 76th game to break KD's record will be here against the Lakers. So is SGA going to do that? Yeah. And how appropriate to me, or how fitting is that for him to be able to break the most 20-point games in history in a row, which is KD at 75, which is going to be him at home against the Lakers. How fitting would that be for him to break that record, which was set with KD, with Oklahoma City, and the Warriors combined? He set that record. For him to be able to break that at home against the Lakers on a Sunday, crowd will go crazy. But there's no reason where's he going to miss that at? Unless he doesn't play, or if he doesn't get hurt, knock on wood, that doesn't happen. So I don't see any reason he's not going to do that, and especially that'd be awesome. So now back to the game yesterday. When I look at this game, and you look at what the Thunder did and what they were able to do, okay, the Thunder's defense, and we've talked about this over and over and over ad nauseum about it. Well, not ad nauseum because we love it. Defense travels. And my only concern with the Thunder is that with Wiggins now becoming more of that fourth scorer, that affects his defense. He's giving up offensive rebounds like crazy because, you can't, very few people can play defense and turn around and give you the big offensive numbers. Very few can do that. Very few are two-way players, legit two-way players. Not talk about two-way players, but legit two-way players. And he is, I believe, like I've said, had Dak not done this 2 years ago, when I'm screaming about it, the commander's screaming about it, Nathan's screaming about it, Mark Long is screaming. We're all screaming about play Wiggins more, play Wiggins more. He wasn't. Just imagine where we would be had he started this Aaron Wiggins projection of where he is now back then 2 years ago. Where would he be right now? Okay? He would be playing defense and offense. That's the thing that you have. Or if he'd started at the beginning of the year. But he wasn't. So with that, to me, it's just like you're sitting there looking at this guy transform right before your eyes into more of an offensive guy, which I'm okay with to a certain extent. But you taking more shots than SJ? No way. No, bro, you ain't that guy. You ain't that guy. And once again, against competition, what do you do? What are your numbers? What does it look like? Those are what counts, and we're going to get to that in a minute. So, but anyway, the game yesterday, Thunder, 127-103. And remember, we have the best record in history, point differential, 12.7. 12.7. That's the best in history as far as one loss. Now, the question is, are we going to finish the deal and be able to win it all? That is the $1,000,000 question on what's going to happen with that. Are we going to be able to finish the deal? But yesterday, Thunder now 53-11. The Nuggets went 12 for 49 from three. The Thunder 13 for 38, which I'm okay with. I'd rather shoot a little bit less than that. I'm not going to lie about that, but I mean, I wouldn't mind us shooting a little bit less. I'm not going to say that I'm not, because I'm not a big fan of us launching a bunch of threes, because one, it could cost you games. So that's the one thing with that. I'm not too big of a fan of us launching all those threes. Okay, I'm not going to even lie about that, and that I'm going to say that worries me just a little bit. But that being said, I look at what we are, I look at who we are, I look at what we're trying to accomplish, and it's going to be on the defensive side of the basketball, 100%. 48.9% from the field, they shot 41, 48 rebounds to 56. Now remember, Aaron Gordon went out yesterday too, so that has a lot to do with it. Points in the paint, pips, we were 55-54 to their 46, and remember, we lead the league in points in the paint, which is pips. And now 8 turnovers to our 5. So what did that tell you? They took care of the basketball. We took care of the basketball. What a hell of a game it was. And then this. When's the last time you saw our bench outscore somebody? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to eat a little bit. By the way, thank you for my food. Appreciate you. So you look at these numbers. Here are the game stats. And once again, I'm going to harp on this coach. How does J-Dub play more minutes than SGA in a big game? I'll ask that for the folks in the back. How does J-Dub play more minutes than SGA? Nationally televised game. MVP candidate. And he plays more minutes. Dagnall is just, and I'm warning you all right now, he's going to get us beat. He's going to get us beat because of what he's doing. He's going to get us beat. There's nothing in there that can tell you that he should play more minutes. You're -3 with him on the bench, and you sit him on the bench more than somebody else. I mean, it's mind-boggling to me. I don't understand it, because when you look at the Nuggets, Jokic played 41 minutes, Jamal Murray played 42 minutes, and you're going to compare Jamal and Michael Porter played 41, Braun, which they can't keep that up. They can't keep that up. But Aaron Gordon playing 7 minutes hurt them. But they can't keep that up. But there's no way you can tell me that J Dub should be on the floor more than SGA. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's you're a -3 with him on the bench. He's the only player that you're minus. Everybody else we're plus. We're plus with J Dub in the game. We're plus with J Dub out the game. And then also you're playing him longer in the first quarter and the third quarter. And I'm sorry, take his ass out with 5 minutes to go, put in your group, and let's roll. You have SGA like in the first quarter. It was 16-12 with 5 minutes to go. It's 16-24. We're down with 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go. I've got in here, took too long to sub J Dub out. And now all of a sudden you got SGA, Isaiah Joe, Wiggins, J. Will, Kaysen. End of the quarter, 28-29. Why didn't you sub him out when it was 12-16? Why didn't you sub him out? When you always do that. We're going to make a run with J-Dub on the bench every time. But this coach is determined not to do that. Chet, 6 for 10. It's just so nice to have a big fella. But granted, last night he should have fouled out. I'm sorry, that was a foul on Russell Westbrook with 7 minutes to go. Why did he put him back in the game with 3 fouls? It's the little things, people, that will get you beat. And remember, in the playoffs, there's no tomorrow that you can get back and go, oh, well, we've got 12 games left. It's the best 4 out of 5. You can't make mistakes, the mistakes that he makes, and you're going to win. It's not going to happen, guys. You can sweep it on the rug and be all whatever you want to. No. Chet, man, he looked good last night. Guys, it's good having a big fella back. 14 and 8, look good. J-Dub, 7 for 14, 2 for 4, 10 for 11. Yeah, he's making free throws. I'm happy about that. 9 rebounds, 8 assists, almost a triple-double. Played good, I thought. Isaiah Hartenstein, 31 minutes, 5 for 6, 11 boards. Man, he looked good, but once again, 4 fouls. Jokic is just a handful. He's just a monster. He just is. He's just an absolute monster. SGA, 35 minutes, 15 to 32, and, that's because look at all those threes he took. He was 2 for 11. He was 0 for 7 before he hit his first one. Look, dude, I'm not trying to – you're the MVP. I'm not trying to tell you how to play. But come on, man. You already know when your shot's off, attack the basket. Now, is he pacing himself? Probably. And, it's just so much to go to the basket. It takes so much out of you getting hit. It really does. It takes a lot out of your body, and I understand that, and you've got to hit the threes. But when it's off, go to the free throw line, get you a couple threes, get you a couple free throws, then come back out and shoot your threes. 40 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 blocks. Almost a triple-double for him. Well, four rebounds short, 2 rebounds short, 5 assists. But 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 blocks. 40 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 blocks. How is he not the MVP? How is he not? And it's so funny is Jokic did something crazy the other night. Let's go through the other guys first. Dort, 6 points. I thought he played pretty good, 2 for 8, 2 for 5. I thought he played pretty good for 3. J. Will, kudos to the big fella, again, came through for us. 9 points, 5 rebounds. But my thing is this, 3 for 5 from 3. If he's hitting threes, I don't mind him being out there. But I still want him to take more charges. K-Rich, man, this is not necessarily a game for him. It's just not, unfortunately for him. It's just not the great game for him. Alex Caruso, 17 minutes. Still, I want to see him play a little bit more minutes. Isaiah Joe, I don't have any problem taking him out. Braun got a rebound over him. Come on, man. You're inside. You box him out. He just jumped right over you and got the rebound. If Isaiah Joe is 1 for 2, if he's not out there knocking down threes, can't put him on the court. I like him. Wiggins, 18 minutes, 2 for 5. I thought he 7 rebounds, 4 points. I thought Aaron played pretty good, but once again, against good teams, he doesn't put up the numbers that he normally should put up. Kaysen, once again, defensively, did the things that he needed to do. And I can say this, guys, if we're going to win and we're going to beat them, because tonight's going to be a completely different game, I can promise you that. The question is Gordon going to be back? Is he going to be able to play? How's Jokic's elbow? What's that going to matter? And you look at what this team is. We're so evenly matched, if you will, as far as players and that. But when it comes to depth of the bench, we have them out by a mile. They have no bench. They just don't. Which is why Jokic and if Gordon had been playing, it'd been a different story. I do believe that it'd be a different game, like it is going to be tonight. With him playing, it's a huge matchup nightmare for us. And plus, what is their plan? To attack Chet, get him in foul trouble. Attack, because Jokic, I hard hasn't seen a person like Jokic. He's going to attack him. John Warren says Gordon is out tonight according to the injury report. I was wondering that, John. I was trying to look for something, but nothing out a little bit earlier before I came on the show. And that's going to matter for them. But in the playoffs, the question is, will we see them? I don't know if we're going to see them. Because remember, they got the Lakers. Now, the Lakers are going to lose a little ground right now because of the simple fact that LeBron is going to miss 1 to 2 weeks. And they've got some guys hurt. He's going to lose a couple weeks. So that bothers me because I don't want to see them if I see the Lakers, I want to see them in the finals. I don't want to see them in semifinals. I want to see them in the finals, or the Western Conference Finals. I don't want to see them in the semifinals. I don't, because of this. I want them and the Nuggets to beat the hell out of each other. I don't want it to be us. And what I mean by that, let's go look at the standings as they stand right now, so you can kind of see what I'm trying to talk about here. Where are my NBA standings? Okay, here we go. This is what I'm talking about right here. Why I don't. Thank you for that, John, by the way. But I don't want to see the Lakers right away because they're sitting in second. There's no way they're going to be in second if LeBron is going to miss 2 weeks. That's not happening, guys, which is unfortunate for the Thunder. So when you look at this, the way it's laid out right now, okay? And for those of you that are listening to it, the Thunder are sitting in first. The Clippers are in eighth. The Lakers in second. The Nuggets are in third. The Grizzlies fourth. Rockets fifth. Warriors sixth. T-Wolves seventh. So the way it would work right now, the Lakers would play the T-Wolves, which that's going to be a knockdown, drag out, 6-7 games, 100%. Then you've got the Nuggets going against the Warriors. That's not going to be such a big physical game for the Lakers, but the Warriors are going to run the hell out of. For the Nuggets, they're going to run the hell out of the Nuggets. We already know that. So the Nuggets are going to be running all over the place. So they're going to be wore down simply because they don't have the bodies to chase Steph around. And speaking of that, I saw this thing saying Damian Lillard said he was a better shooter than Steph, and the reason why they're giving Steph all love because he's lighter skinned than him. The hell are you talking about? I love Dame, but he is not a better shooter than Steph. I love Dame. Okay, I love him, and I told one of my kids, one of my best players ever, model your game after Dame Lillard because of size, what he brings, his strength, everything that he does. Bring it, but he's not a better shooter than Steph. Sorry. The reason why I say that, where are your threes? Where are your numbers of threes that you made? If you're a better shooter than him, why aren't your threes up? So, that. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. Then if everybody wins, the top four wins their first round, and then you got the Grizzlies against the Rockets, which I think the Rockets would beat the Grizzlies. That's just me. Because I think defensively and physically and what the Rockets bring, I believe the Rockets would beat the Grizzlies. So the Thunder in hand after that would then in turn play we'd play the Rockets. And the Lakers and the Thunder would beat Lakers and Nuggets would beat the hell out of each other. And the reason why I say that is because a rested LeBron and a rested Luka are going to be hard for us. Now, isn't it funny yesterday how the other night how the Lakers Saturday attacked Luca. Wasn't that funny? They attacked him. He blew by him on defense all night long. Why? Can't play defense. And the Lakers can't hide him like the Mavericks did. The Mavericks hid him. The Lakers can't hide him. Then you got Austin Reeves. Lakers can't hide him and Luca. And LeBron is 40. You can't. I mean, he plays good, but come on now. He ain't got the physical tools that he used to have. It's not happening. So when you look at that and you look at all those things matter. Okay, guys? That's why I'm saying for the Thunder, I don't want to see the Lakers fall to 8, or I don't want to see the Lakers if they're 4 or 5, and then we have to play them the second round, and then you have the Nuggets and the Grizzlies going at it. I don't want to see that, or the Nuggets and the Rock. I don't want to see that, because if you have the Grizzlies and the Lakers 4 or 5, the Lakers are going to beat the Grizzlies. Okay, and then that means they'd play us. So I don't want to see that. And then the Rockets and Nuggets would beat the hell out of each other 100%. But what would that leave us then? We've got to play a more rested and a more gear LeBron, and I don't want to see that. I want to see a beat-up LeBron so that he's played the T-Wolves first. And then they've gotten 6 or 7 games. He's gotten hell beat out of them because of physicality. Because remember, the playoffs are way more physical, which benefits the Thunder because we're very physical defensively. Then you turn around, and then the Lakers have to turn around and play the Nuggets, which is going to be a drop-down, physical, beat the hell out of each other, another 6 or 7 games. So by the time they get to us, they're wore down, and so are the Nuggets. Whereas we've had the Clippers, which we should beat in 5. Then we'd have the Rockets, we should beat in 6. Because I don't want us to sweep and then turn around and we sit for 2 weeks waiting on somebody, because game 1, when you've been rested and you're sitting around, is the one game that somebody can come steal from you. Always. That's the game you want to steal. So when I look at this, I don't want to see the Lakers right off the bat. I just don't. I want to see the Lakers in the finals. Or I want to see the Nuggets in the finals when they beat the hell out of each other. And then they've had beat up, because I can promise you the Warriors and Nuggets, that's going to be a physical series. Now, that's because the Warriors are going to run the hell out of them. Now, do I think the Warriors can beat the Lakers in a series? Man, I don't know about that. Do I think the Warriors can beat us? No, because they don't have the depth. But that being said, what is the strategy? And you saw it yesterday. Play zone against the Thunder. That's what you do. You play zone against us. And when you look at us and you look at where the coach is doing his substitution pattern, and like last night, we're down 28-29. You start J-Dub, Kaysen, Wiggins, Chet, and Caruso. Why is J-Dub playing so long? Take his ass out at the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. We always make a run, but once again, Dagnall is coaching. And I get what he's doing. I understand it, but I'm like, bro, we're trying to win the chip. Put your ego aside. You know damn well that we're better off with SGA, with J-Dub on the bench and SGA rolling the 5-minute mark. You know this. But it's a national TV game, so you want to play J-Dub more. Then you sit SGA for 7 minutes. Let me see, how long did you sit him? Okay. It was 28-29. You put SGA in at the 5-minute and 50-second mark. You set him for 6 minutes. You set J-Dub for 2 minutes. You set SGA for 6. And you're a -3. So when SGA comes back in the game, let me see, we are winning 43-40. Because you had J-Dub, Kaysen, Caruso, J. Will, and Chet. And when they came in, you were up 3. We were 4 for 18 from 3. Then you have SGA, Dort, Caruso, J. Will, and Chet. You're up 43-40 when they came in at the 5-minute and 50-second mark. You bring J-Dub, sit J-Dub again, 2 more minutes. You set SGA for 6.5, almost 7 minutes. You set J-Dub for 2 minutes. J-Dub's back in again at 56-51. He went out, we're up 3, came back in, we're up 5, we're up 1 1/2, third quarter. It's funny to me what he does. It just cracks me up. It's like, dude, J-Dub is not the guy. You have the guy, but once again, the Athletics said what? You don't know how to coach a superstar. Now, I had to take a picture of this because this is Dagnall talking about SGA. Okay, this is Dagnall talking about SGA. He is like LeBron in his prime, Giannis, the speed of Morant, the speed and power of Westbrook. He's a great athlete, but not an overpowering athlete like those guys are, which is true. Yet he gets to the same places on the floor as they do. Not Westbrook. You can't. He don't put him in there with that group. And to me, that says all about his skill. But yet you play somebody who's not that more than him. After you just said that, because he does not know he's a developmental coach, which I'm gonna give him an A plus 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 for that. But we're not trying to develop, bro. We're trying to win. And there's no way in hell you Thunder people don't have the metrics to tell you what I'm telling you and what I can see with my eyes. You're playing J-Dub more minutes than you play SGA. And when you take him out at the 5-minute mark and you sit him for those 5 minutes, those first quarter, every game we make a run. Every game. And you know damn well we do. Because SGA starts rolling. Because I hate when he starts games where he's just playing because he knows 5-minute mark, J-Dub will be out. I got 5 minutes to do my thing, and I'm going to score then. That's how he looks at it. Because you can just watch him play over this time. That's what he does. He's passive. He's letting everybody else score. He'll score here and there. But for the most part, he's just kind of just, resting. 5-minute mark, J-Dub goes out. He brings in Kaysen. He brings in Caruso. He brings in, Chet's already came out. He bring in Jay Will, or he'll bring in Wiggins or whatever, and they start rolling. Or bring Hart back, whichever one's he's going to take out. Just when you start rolling. Your best five is SGA, Kaysen, Caruso, Wiggins or Dort, prefer Wiggins, and then Chet. That's your best five. That's when you make a run every time. So if you sit J-Dub at the 5 minutes mark of the first quarter, any game that you do that in the first and third quarter, you bring SGA back with 6:47 or 7 minutes to go in the first, third, second, and fourth quarter, we will win those games. And I'm telling you right now, if Dagnall does not do that, we're not going to win. If he sits SGA for those 7 minutes and he sits J-Dub every 2 minutes, J-Dub didn't sit long in 2 minutes. Come on now. You're going to sit the most valuable player for 7 and the guy who's not even in the top 32? There's no way. But once again, nationally televised game, you're trying to get J-Dub as much attention as possible. First deal, he lays an egg. First half, he lays an egg. Seriously, coach. Seriously, Thunder organization. If we want to win, you know what the recipe is. You sit J-Dub at the 5 minute mark. You bring in that group. You run through. You come in the second quarter. You have a nice lead. And then you start J-Dub, Kaysen, Caruso, Wiggins, and Hart in the second and fourth quarters. Or it depends on who's rolling. But J-Dub, Caruso, and Hart, Wiggins, for sure, those four, and then whomever. You know this. Now, I would prefer you to do J-Dub to be with J-Dub, Dort, Wiggins, Kaysen, and Hart. And then when you sit them at the 6 minute mark in fourth quarter, and then you've got SGA, Chet, Wiggins, Kaysen, and Caruso. And you make a run to about the 3 minute, 4 minute mark. Boom, you bring J-Dub back in, close the game out, it's over. It ain't rocket science. And there's no way in hell they don't know the combinations that work. I know the combinations that work because I'm sitting there watching them and I'm posting them on my show. And we're talking about them. There's no question who it works. Take this opportunity to thank our sponsors. We went a little bit long before we got our break. If you have needs for engineering, surveying, and planning, hit these guys up. They'd love to be able to take care of you. If you have a water treatment plant in your city or county, hit these guys up, man, because who the hell does not like clean drinking water? Oak Grove Trucking and my guy Jose Fiera. If you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, hit my guy up. He has a great truck. I know he's getting ready to add another one. So proud of how far he's come and what he's doing out there. So give my boy some support. YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. The bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender, member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com, or you can go to one of their 5 locations. The main bank at 401M, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma. YB East, which is off the Parkway and 66 or 39th Expressway. YB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40, just south of I-40, right in front of the hospital. Can't miss it. And then, of course, YB People's located in Bethany on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. And then, of course, the House of Creed, handcrafted since 1760. Man, that's some good smelling stuff. And you know what they told me? Matt, remember, pick your best for your best. Which means if you're a girl or a woman and you have a boyfriend or husband, go ahead and pick out some cologne for him. Or if you're a man and you got a beautiful wife, beautiful girlfriend, whatever it is, someone you love, go get her some perfume. I can promise you they got some good smelling perfume. Penn Square Mall, go see my girl Beth. The Dillards there. Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Town East Mall in Wichita, Kansas, that is. Oak Park Mall, Kansas City, Missouri. Park Plaza Mall, Little Rock, Arkansas. South Plains Mall in Lubbock, Texas, out there, West Texas. Gotta love out there. And then, of course, Westgate Mall in Amarillo. Gotta love West Texas, don't you? Gotta love it. I mean, I do. Not so much because I almost went to Texas Tech, but I didn't. So anyway, that's kind of my thought process on the Thunder. And when you look at what do we have coming up, what do the Thunder have? Okay, who are our next games coming through? Okay. We have a big game tonight, back-to-back against the Nuggets. 8.5-point favorites, over under 241. And remember, the Thunder, since the All-Star break, we lead the league in scoring. You heard me. We lead the league in scoring. The Thunder. A lot of it has to do with SGA and what he's wrote. He is just ridiculous. How lucky are we to have Kevin Durant and then get an SGA? How many teams can say they did that? Very few teams get one. And we've had two. Very few teams get one, and we've had two. That is just Sam Presti just busting our heads on people. Anyway, next 10 games. Because we have the Nuggets tonight. That game will be on FanDuel. Hopefully, luckily, you guys that get to go to the game get to actually go to the game and watch it. And by the way, listening to the crowd last night, the thing about missing, like I missed all 3 games this week. I missed Monday night. I missed Friday night. And then I missed yesterday, which normally I'm with my guy, the commander, and his lovely wife, Kimberly, at the games. And Monday night I got sick, and then Friday night I had to work. And then yesterday, I had to work again. So, but anyway, you got to pay the bills. But you look at what the Thunder are doing and where we're at. We have the Nuggets tonight, which I think that game is going to be tough. But them beating us without Gordon, even though Westbrook had 1 point, he played good last night, no question. I was watching the show. And they were talking about this podcast. They were saying, oh, yeah, that 7-minute mark, blah, blah, blah. If they'd called that foul on Chet, the Nuggets would have won. And what are you talking about? Tim Legler had to shut the guy up. Like, dude, Thunder are up 5 at that point. Come on, man. Chet goes out, okay. We didn't blow you all out until later. You were going to get worn down because of the minutes that Jokic played and the minutes that Murray played, the minutes that Michael Porter Jr. played. He played out of his mind, which he's going to have to do again tonight, which I don't see that happening. And it's the deal, like I've said many times. When SJ starts rolling and our rest of our team relaxes and we start knocking out threes, I don't give a shit who you are. You're not going to beat us. I don't care if you're the Celtics. I don't care if you're the Nuggets. I don't care if you're the Lakers. I don't care if you're the Cavaliers. I don't care who you are. SGA starts rolling and the teams relax, you're not going to beat us. That's facts. Then we turn around and we have the Celtics Wednesday night on ESPN again. And what are we now? 12-4. And remember last year we had a horrible record on TV because a lot of guys hadn't been on national TV, but we're 12-4 thus far this year. Um, anyway, we have the Celtics on Wednesday back on ESPN. They're in Boston. Of course, they want us because we took care, we dispatched them here. What was that, in November-ish? I think it was in November, it was middle of November-ish when we played them. Anyway, we dispatched them, so they want to prove something because remember they lost to Cleveland. They split with Cleveland, so and they're 0-1 against us. So they're trying to make a point against us, no question, on Wednesday night. So that's going to be a hell of a game worth watching, and we will be doing after the storm on that game. And then the Pistons Saturday night in Detroit, and they're nothing to sneeze at. The Pistons got a squad. Don't put your head down on them. Then of course we have the Bucks on Tuesday. Excuse me, what was that? Back to back. That'll be on Sunday, 8 p.m. on ESPN. Thank God we get another ESPN game in Milwaukee. And of course they beat us in the Cup. We turn around and beat them here, so we got to play them there. So right now it's 1-1. This is the rubber match. So we'll see what happens on that. I think we'll get them. That's what I believe. I think we'll handle our business with them. And then, of course, we have the Sixers the following Wednesday night here, home game. The Hornets on Friday night, home game. And then we travel to the Clippers, which, of course, SJ just loves seeing them. He's still mad that they traded him. And thank God we have the GM, Sam Presti, who came in and just fleeced the hell out of the Clippers. Thank you, Clippers. The trade that keeps on giving. And then, of course, we close out with the Kings. So when you look at this next 8 games, the Nuggets, we should win. The Celtics is a 50-50, who knows. The Pistons are going to be a good game. So I'm going to go with, I hope we win against the Celtics, but I count that as an L. The Pistons, we should win that. The Bucks, they're going to want us really bad. We're going to want them. So of these next 8 games, we should be 6-2, 7-1. That's where I look at out of these next 8 games because of who we play and where we're at. But once again, it's going to depend on who the coach plays and what he does. If he plays everybody in the right form and quit trying to give J-Dub all this attention, then we will win. Because everybody likes J-Dub, 100%. But to play him more than SGA, to me, it's just ludicrous. I just don't understand it. And then, of course, this is the shooting percentage of scoring for our team this year, thus far. And I did update these this morning. So, SGA 32.9, basically 33 points a game. Remember, Russell, 31 points a game, won the MVP. But let's face it, he only won it because of triple-double, because thanks Sam Presti for getting that, making sure he won it. Kevin Durant, 32.4. And now him at 32.9. And there's no reason why SGA should not win the MVP. I think yesterday, nationally televised game, he solidified that. Unless Jokic does something ridiculous tonight, but still, I think SGA pretty much on national TV pretty much just went, boom, here you go. 52% from the field, 37% from 3, 89.9. And remember, since the All-Star break, SGA has averaged 34 a game, shooting over 50%, shooting over 40% from the 3-point line, and over 90% from the line. So he's averaging 30, 50, 40, and 90 since the All-Star break. 30, 50, 40, and 90 since the All-Star break. It's crazy. It's crazy. J-Dub, 21 points a game, 47% from the field, 36% from 3, basically 80%, 79.4. I mean, am I going to really quibble over 79.4 over 80%? Basically 80% from the free throw line. Chet, 14.9, 50% from the field, 36% from 3, 75%. And remember, Chet's numbers are going up compared to where he was. Wiggins, 11.7, 50% from the field, 39% from 3, 82% from the line. I like what I see from Wiggins all the way around. I just wish that Dagnon had done it earlier, but he did not. But I like what I see from Aaron Wiggins and what he's doing offensively. I just defensively, I don't want him to slack defensively because, like I've said, it's hard to be a two-way player. And I'm not talking about a 3-and-D guy. I'm talking about a two-way player where you're uh, playing the defense the way the high level that he was playing, and then being able to turn around and score. It's just Michael could do it. Kobe could do it. Very few other people can really do what it takes. I heart 10.9, 57% from the field, 65% from the line. Like I said, the thing that scares me is that. Dort 9.6 points per game, 41% from the field, 39% from three. Those are decent numbers. No question, 78% from the free throw line. And then, of course, Isaiah Joe, 43% from the field, averaging 9.4 points a game, 39% from three, 75% from the free throw line. That needs to go up, definitely. Kaysen, man, I love me some Kaysen Wallace. Don't you love Kaysen, guys? We love us some Kaysen. 7 points a game, 45% from the field, 7.7 points a game. Now let's slight you there, big fella. 7.7 points a game, 33% from the field, 84% from the line. K Rich, 5.6, 49% from the field, 38% from three, 85%. And remember, it's about matchups, and we love K Rich, but I mean he doesn't match up against Denver. He really doesn't. Jay Will, 5.4. I thought Jay Will has been playing great lately. Still, I would, if I have my brothers, I'd rather have I Chet. But him being able to knock down that three makes all the difference in the game, having Jay Will in there, because when he's knocking down threes, it stretches the floor even more. And SGA hit him twice for two huge threes yesterday. And so that was nice seeing Jay Will kind of come back at it, because people don't forget he was getting booed at the Thunder games a few games back. I know myself and the commander, we were all pissed off. We're like, hey, man, that's our player. What the hell are you doing? Don't boo our guy. What the hell's wrong with you? Yeah, do we want him shooting threes because he's missing? No. But he's got to. He can't shy away from it. But it is what it is. Now, if the Thunder are going to win the chip, this is how you do it. Okay? Right now, we're fourth in scoring, 119. And remember, since the All-Star break, we're averaging 131. But this is how you're going to win it. Now, we're giving up more points per game because now we're second at 106.4. But we're first in field goal percentage, holding the opponents to 51.3. We're first in three-point percentage, 33.4. We're first in protecting the paint, pips, points in the paint. We're first in taking the ball away from other teams, 10.7. We're first and taking the ball from other teams. I mean, as far as turning the ball over, that's getting their hands on the ball and all that. And we're first and taking care of the ball at 17.4. Excuse me. We're first and taking care of the ball at 11.5. We're first and taking away from the opponents at 17.4. My bad. And this is the thing. In turnovers, the reason why I talked about that, in turnovers, 11.5. So we're first in the league and averaging the least amount of turnovers. But then we're also first in the league when it comes to teams scoring against us in transition when we turn the ball over. Okay? Now what that's saying is, if I come down and you steal the ball from me, we're first in the league in keeping you from scoring on me after I turn around and give you the ball. Defense, 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 defense. Defense travels. Fourth quarter, we're second in the league, only averaging 25.5. Now remember, we went on a 28-9 run to close out the game in the fourth quarter yesterday. So if the Thunder are going to win, it's not rocket science. You're number 2 in points allowed by the opposing teams. You're number 1 in holding them to field goal percentage at 51.3. You're number 1 in holding them to 33.4% from three. You're number 1 in only giving up 42.7 points in the paint. So get this. So you're number 1 in keeping people from scoring in the paint. And then you're number 1 in keeping people from hitting threes. So you're inside and out. Usually you're giving up one or the other. But for the Thunder, you're number 1 in both. Protecting the paint, which we were horrible at last year, remember? And then You're number one in protecting the 3-point line. That's where you're winning. Let's go over that again. You're number two in only giving up 106 points a game. You're number one in field goal percentage. You're number one in 3-point percentage. You're number one in pips points in the paint. You're number one in stealing, taking care of the basketball, stealing the ball from the opponent, 10.7. You're number one in taking care of the ball, only at averaging 6.5 steals per game. You're number one in turnovers, taking care of the basketball again, 11.5 turnovers a game. You're number one in taking the ball away from the opposing team. And in the fourth quarter, 25.2. You're number two in keeping the opponents to scoring in the fourth quarter. So what does that say? What that tells you is something really, really simple. What that tells you is defense travels, and if the Thunder are going to win, what we do is we beat you down until you fall apart, whether that's the third quarter, whether that's the middle of the fourth quarter. Whatever it is, we're going to go on a run because we have beat the crap out of you, number one. Number two, SGA is going to make do his little thing where he's going to score 2 possessions in a row or 3 out of 4, whatever it is. And then our team is going to relax, and all of a sudden, Dort's going to hit a 3. Case is going to hit a 3. Caruso's going to hit. J-Dub's going to hit a 3. Chet's going to hit a 3. K-Rich is going to hit a 3. Whatever. One of the others is going to hit a 3 or hit multiple threes, because last night we went, SJ hit a 3, and then we went boom, boom right after that. So we went 6 out of 12 out of our last threes. That's what the Thunder do to you. Okay? That's what the Thunder do to you. We were 7 for 28 from 3. And then we went on that run. Why? Because that's what the Thunder do to teams. Excuse me. That's what they do to teams. And it starts on the defensive side. Now, they only had 8 turnovers. But what happened is, take a long shot, we get a long rebound, because long shots equal long rebounds, equal transitional points, equal flow of the game. So let me run that back for you. Long jump shot equals long rebound equals fast break, flow of the game, easy basket, which is the flow of the game, or transitional baskets equal flow of the game. Long rebound, long shot, long rebound, transitional basket equal flow of the game. That's how it works. And that's what the Thunder have been living on all year long because of the defensive pressure and what we do to you defensively. It allows us to score points and do things offensively. That's what it does. That's why the Thunder are winning games and will continue to win because of those simple things. It's not rocket science. But defense travels. As long as we play defense and do the things we're supposed to do, everything else will take care of itself. Everything else will take care of itself. So tonight, like I said, the Thunder and the Nuggets go again for round 2 or round 4. Right now, it's 2-1 us. We've won 2 in a row. They beat us here the first time. We beat them in Denver, then beat them here, and then we've got one more. So, actually, did we beat them? No, we lost them. We lost to them once in Denver. Then beat them the second time in Denver, and then we beat them here last night at our home. And so we got to beat them again to go 3-1. But this is the most important thing to me. It's holding serve. You have to be able to hold serve because once you hold serve and you say, this is my house, I'm winning these games. You're in my house. You're not going to come in here. You're not going to take anything away from us. This is my house. I'm winning these games. Those are things that you have to be able to do in order to do. Because in the playoffs, remember, as a 7-game series, you have 4 home games if you have the best record. The only team that has a better record than us is the Cleveland Cavaliers. So when you have that, what that allows you to do is that allows you to play at home the whole way through. Okay? And I'm going to pull this up again real quick. I'm going to pull this up so you'll see what I'm saying. When we pull up the record, the NBA standings, you have the home court advantage against everybody. You have the home court advantage against it. So the first round, remember, is the play-in game. So you have the T-Wolves, the T-Wolves, the Clippers, the Kings, and the Mavs. So one of those 4 teams we will play. Okay? One of those 4 teams we will play. So I'm thinking it's probably going to be Probably the Clippers or the Kings. Probably the Clippers. Remember the or you don't know. Let's say Clippers. Kawhi hit a jump shot at the end of the game last night for the Clippers. That was a nice left-handed little floater over the Kings last night for the Clippers to win. So when you do that, that's who are going to probably be battling each other. So that's how that's going to work. So the Thunder would have the winner of that play in. So you're going to have the Thunder against the Clippers. That's my guess. You'd have the Lakers against the T-Wolves if it stands the way it does. Now, remember, LeBron's going to be out for 2 weeks, so I don't know how that's really going to work because he's going to be gone for 2 weeks. So you have those two going at it. Then after that, you have the Nuggets against the Warriors, the Grizzlies against the Rockets. And then after that, if everybody wins, you have the Thunder against the winner of the Rockets and Grizzlies, which I believe is going to be the Rockets because I don't see how the Rockets are going to beat the Grizzlies are going to beat the Rockets. I don't see that. I think the Rockets will handle their business with the Grizzlies. Then you turn around, and then you're going to have the Nuggets and the Lakers beating the hell out of each other. Because the Lakers would have the T-Wolves, and I can promise you that's going to be a knockdown, drag-out between those teams. Knockdown, drag-out between those. And they're going to be going at it. And that's what I'm saying. For the best scenario for the Thunder, those guys are going to have to go and beat the hell out of each other. Then we're going to play the winner of those, okay, of that game. Which, will be the Nuggets and the Lakers. And they're going to beat the hell out of each other. And I believe the Thunder's chances of winning are far greater with that scenario because the more LeBron plays. Remember a couple years ago when they made it to the finals? Well, hell, by the time they played Denver in the finals, they were done. They had no legs. He didn't have any legs. AD didn't have any legs because I don't care who you are. The Nuggets can't play 40 minutes and then have – Jokic can't play 40 minutes a game. And remember, if we played them in a 7-game series, for him to play 40 games every time, 40 minutes, come on, guys. He ain't going to get there. And the Thunder are deep, and they're not. We have a bench, they don't. Those are little things that separate the Thunder and what we have the advantage over them for that. Plain and simple. So, Thunder is sitting good. We have a game, like I said, tonight against the Nuggets to close out the series to go up 3-1. Number one. Number two, let's make a statement. This is our house. So we're going to have the fans coming in there. We got to make the statement. This is our house. You're not going to get a W here. But we can go into your place and win one. But once again, in order to win, it's going to have to come down to this coach not getting caught up with J-Dub. And like I said, remember I said the next time they played, J-Dub played. More minutes next year, we're going to start marking. So this last game was game 1. And we're going to start marking down how many games J-Dub plays than SGA, minutes that J-Dub plays than SGA. Because people are like, oh, man, he don't play more minutes than SGA. Okay, we're going to mark it down and document it. It's been 1. We're going to see. Or he's played multiple minutes, which has been 3 since we've been doing this. So he's had 3 games he's played the same amount of minutes, and 1 game he's played more minutes. And I forgot to do the other one. So, but since we've been tracking it, that's what's happened. And can you tell me you think J-Dub should play as many minutes or more minutes than SGA? When we're at -3 with SGA on the bench. Last night, J-Dub didn't sit more than 2 minutes. SGA sat almost 7 minutes in 1 quarter and almost 4 or 5 minutes in the fourth quarter, second and fourth quarter. He sat almost 11 minutes in 2 quarters. J-Dub didn't sit more than 2 minutes in any quarter. They played the whole fourth quarter. And once again, take him out at the 6-minute, 47-second or whatever in the fourth quarter. Take him out for 2-3 minutes. Bring him back. Let's make a run with SGA, Kaysen, Caruso, Wiggins, and Chet. Let's make a run. Then bring him back. Bring him back in. Ihart, bring him back. Bring Dort back. Close out the game. Quit trying to build J-Dub up and let's go win a damn chip. But if he continues to do the other thing, we're not going to win. I can promise you that's not going to happen. No matter who he thinks he is as a coach, that is not going to happen. Until this guy stops trying to develop J-Dub and go, look, this is where we're at. This is what we're going to do. And if he doesn't do that, we're not going to win, I can promise you. Not going to happen. So, and with that being said, I hope everybody has a fantastic day. I know that I'm enjoying my day, enjoying what we got going on, loving what the Thunder are doing right now. Let's continue to win, get our 54th win tonight, because I don't see Cleveland falling away anytime soon. They're going to keep rolling. And I love to have the home court advantage against them. But like I said, part of my thing about the All-Star game is simple. The winner has the home court advantage. West beats the East, winner has the home court advantage. I can promise you guys it's going to be way more competitive then. Why? Because it matters. It doesn't matter if you have the best record. It wouldn't have mattered if the West beat the East this week in the All-Star game. And Cleveland has the best record. Don't fucking matter because the Thunder are going to have the home court advantage. It's going to matter. And that's what I believe that you have to have in order to win games. You have to have that first, you have to have home court. Because now if it didn't matter against us in Dallas, Dallas had the home court, but because our coach made the stupid decisions that he made, it cost us. And it will cost us again if he makes dumb decisions again. He's going to cost us again. Quit, and like the Athletic said, he doesn't know how to coach a superstar. That's facts. Or what they said was, the question is, does he know how? He does not. That's clear in what he does with the playing of the two players. One is a -3, one's a plus, whether he's on the court or not. You make a run with him on the bench every time. Not every time, but 90% of the times you make a run. And you know this because you have the metrics. There's no way you don't know it because I know it. I'm sitting there. I've been watching the games. I know it. You know it too. If the Thunder are going to win, 5-minute mark of the first quarter, 5-minute mark of the third quarter, J-Dub goes to the bench. We run those 5 minutes without him. You bring SGA in the 6-minute and 47 mark of the second quarter because those 2 minutes matter. Because I can promise you, the reason why we've lost to the Mavericks and the reason why we lost to Golden State, 5 out of our 11 losses is those two teams. Why? Because they understand and they take advantage of Dagnall's coaching. Like last night, Jokic comes in, he brings in Dort. The hell you doing? We bring in SGA. Every time we bring in SGA, whoever the opposing players on the bench, they bring him in every time. We don't match what they do. And it's going to cost us. So, anyway, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Go out there and enjoy this weather. Go play some golf. Go play some tennis. Go do whatever you do. Enjoy yourself. I wish I could play some golf today. I would if I could. I can tell you that I would if I could. So, everybody have a fantastic day. Go out there and enjoy yourself. Hit some golf balls. I wish I could, but the Thunder game's at 7, so by the time I get done training kids, I won't have time to go play, or I would. So, that being said, Thunder up tonight, 7 o'clock on FanDuel.